Hello, and welcome to the BMC Learning Series. Today we'll be covering MainView Advanced Architecture, Part 1. Note, if you have not already completed MainView Basics, please do that first. Here's the agenda for this session, which is divided into 3 parts. We'll begin with a discussion of MainView concepts and select functions. That's this section, Part 1. Part 2 will involve customizing views in MainView, as well as how to define custom contexts. There'll also be an example of defining a custom workload. Finally, in the third part, we'll cover defining hyperlinks and using where clauses to meet the needs of your environment. In the MainView Windows interface, each view or data display will have a window information line. The window information line provides information about the data in the display. In this example, there are 2 window information lines, one for each view opened. Let's discuss these values and what they mean. The first field on the left consists of 3 bytes. The first point, the greater than, indicates there is more data in the view if you scroll right. A less than indicates there is more data in the view to the left. The next byte, the W, provides the window status. Typically this will be a W, meaning waiting for input, or H for history mode. You may see other values such as L for locked or T for terminated. The next value is the view name being displayed in the window. This name can be issued as a command to return to this display quickly. You may see another value just to the right called the form. The form is an alternate display of the view. If present, the form is being displayed. The next field is the context. Context indicates what targets can provide data to the view. You may also see a value next to the context that represents the scope of the context. If present, the scope is reflected in the data, in preference over the context. The next value is the end date and time of the data being displayed. The MainView for DB2 value on the window information line is the name of the solution generating the view. The next field indicates whether the view being displayed is user-modified, U, or distributed, D. The last value indicates the number of rows in the displayed query. A field we haven't discussed yet is the Alt-Win field, or alternate window. The alternate window field indicates where output from actions, such as using hyperlinks, should be directed. This value is referencing the window number in the second byte of the window information line. The alternate window is useful in directing the output from an action in one window to a different window. This allows the user to preserve the initial display while delving deeper into a diagnostic session. If the alternate window value is prefixed with an ampersand, the results of the hyperlinks will be directed to the specified window until the field is cleared. Without an ampersand, the value will be used only for the next action. The MainView command, MVP, provides a menu of parameters and settings that can be modified to suit your needs. These settings include the usual ISPF settings, the CAS to connect to, settings for your PF keys, various display attributes, whether or not to display certain values in certain situations, such as including the target name in the display when viewing a multi-target context, or displaying the time field when viewing historical data. You can also specify the initial screen to be displayed in your MainView session under Display Options. The SHOWFilter command, SHOWF, displays all the current filters applied to the view, both the query and form filters. You can see here in the display, the query filters are listed first, and the filters applied to the form are listed at the bottom. Filters can be set via View Customization using column filters and where/qwhere clauses. SHOWF can be helpful in quickly identifying why expected data is not being displayed. The export command, EXP, provides a way of exporting a view or its data to a file. The format of the export is either CSV file or formatted as-is file. The CSV file is suitable for import into a spreadsheet or other application that supports CSV. The as-is format produces a file with the view formatting preserved. If we type EXP on the command line, we are prompted for the dataset where the view will be exported to. This field should have a fixed block record format and a record length wide enough to hold the displayed fields in the view. Otherwise, MainView will truncate the output after the last field that will fit into the records. If the dataset does not exist, you'll be prompted to allocate it. The Output Format field is where we can indicate whether the output is formatted as is or CSV. In this instance, we're going to produce an as is file. We make our changes and press F3. If the dataset did not exist, we would then be prompted to allocate it. In our case, the dataset is already allocated, so the view is exported to the file immediately. And here we can see the output generated from the export command. The export command can be useful in capturing point-in-time displays for future reference or diagnostic follow-up following an issue. MainView displays, or views, consists of an SQL-like query structure. A view consists of a query and a form. The query determines what data records to include in the view. This is a combination of eligible targets and what data type is needed for the view. Targets are things like ZOS LPARs, KICS regions, or MQ managers. The context command controls what targets are providing data to the view. The form defines what fields to include and how they should be displayed. These include things like thresholds, filters, and the formatting of fields. The context command, or con, is one of the most commonly used commands in MainView. The context command provides the same function as the set command, but it's issued directly on the command line, whereas the set command displays a pop-up where values are entered into fields. The context command is used to change the targets providing data to a view or to transfer to different MainView solutions. A context command is often issued with a view name at the end, delimited by a semicolon. Here's the syntax for the context command. The context specified can be a default context, such as all, or a customized context, such as KICS prod, that includes all the KICS production regions. To change our context in MainView for MQ to see only data from Queue Manager QM01, we would issue con space QM01. To change our context in MainView for ZOS to see all systems, we'd issue con space all. To transfer from a MainView for DB2 view to MainView for KICS to see all regions in a view C region, we would issue the command con space all MVKICS semicolon C region. Again, the set command provides the same capability, but with labeled fields. The scope command is rarely used, but you may encounter it in viewing hyperlinks. This command is used to display a subset of targets in context without refreshing the data. This is more efficient than using the context command, which generates a new query. The scope command is only valid when viewing a multi-target context. The form command has similarities to the scope command. Like the scope, the form command is rarely used, but you may come across it in viewing hyperlinks. The form command is only available for views that use common data record types. For instance, if we're currently displaying JCPU, that's job CPU utilization, we could use the form command to display JZip, that's job zip utilization, because they share a common record type. We cannot, however, use the form command to display view sysover, that's system overview, because they do not share a common record type. When using the form command, you can pass parameters just like you would when issuing the view name as a command. The form command is more efficient than issuing the view name directly, since it does not request new data. MainView supports the use of positional parameters when invoking a view. Usually the first field in the view is the first positional parameter, but that's not always the case. To determine what are the positional parameters for a view, go into View Customization using the cust command and select option P. This will show a list of the positional parameters with their element names or variable names, as well as the column for that value. You can also add positional parameters by assigning them in the Filter L option for a column. To display the view JDelay and only include those jobs that start with M, I would issue JDelay M star. For kicks, I would issue CRegionCICP star to display only kicks regions starting with CICP. If you wish to skip a parameter, but include the second or later parameters, you can do so by using an asterisk as a placeholder for the skipped values. Keyword parameters are also supported if you know the element name for a field. Keywords are expressed as elements or arguments. The PARM command can be used to pass either keyword or positional parameters to a view. The format of the command for positional parameters is caps PARM followed by PARM1, PARM2, etc. For a keyword parameter, the format is the element or PARM. In this example, ASG name job star displays only address spaces beginning with JOB. Using the PARM command does not update the query in the view. You could also use ink mask to set the filters in the view, which may be easier and quicker. That concludes part 1 of the session on MainView Advanced Architecture. For more videos on MainView and other BMC solutions, please visit our BMC Mainframe YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/BMC Software Mainframe/featured. That's it for now. Thank you and see you next time.